Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to 16 things not to do in Germany. We've watched a lot of videos showcasing all the beautiful places throughout Germany, all the great things to do once you're over there. But what are some things you want to avoid doing that may cause outrage from the Germans? I know crossing the street is something you don't want to do, but hopefully we'll learn some more things today. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Well, crossing the street when it's not your turn to go. Of course you can cross the street. But here we go.
What's up everybody? We are Diana and Phil. Diana is from the United States and I am from Germany. And in this video, we're going over 16 things that you should not do in Germany.
Alright, so some of these things are a little more serious and some of them are going to be pretty funny, so let's just get right into it.
Alright, number one, you should never recycle wrong or throw away your Pfand.
Pfand!
So Germany is a pretty green country and people tend to take their recycling pretty serious. So if you're here, you should not just throw everything in one bucket, but separate it between plastic, metal, paper, rest, and all that good stuff. I don't even know how many there are.
So Pfand is a deposit where you pay a little extra on bottles or cans and you'll usually return them at a little machine in the supermarkets where you get a voucher and your money back for doing a good thing. So never throw away your Pfand bottle. Pfand!
Number two, you should never drive on the left or the middle lane of the Autobahn. There's actually a law in place that requires you to drive on the right lane on the Autobahn at all times unless you're overtaking somebody. So if you're not planning to go super fast and overtake a lot of people, you're required to drive on the right lane.
This should be an international law. We need to adopt it on the United States highways, please.
So don't drive in the middle or the left lane slowly and block traffic because people will get aggressive.
And honk. Number three, don't walk in the bicycle lanes. In Germany, there are a lot of different bicycle lanes in and out of the city, and especially in student towns, there'll be a lot of bikers. So don't walk in them. Walk in the pedestrian zones or a sidewalk. That's what they're for.
Number four, do not address strangers using their first name. It is kind of funny, but in Germany for the word you, if you address somebody, we have two versions. There is du and there is sie. And sie is a polite version. It also implies that sie, you're on a last name basis. So that is the polite version to use. And if you meet somebody for the first time, or especially an elder person, you use the polite form. You do not use their first name. You are on a last name basis and use the sie instead of the du. And if you get to know a person very well and you're on a friend basis, on a first name basis, then it's fine to use the first name and the du. Du Diana.
Du Diana. Number five, don't use public transportation without a ticket. A lot of the public transportation systems are controlled a lot and there'll be men and women who just appear once the ride has started to check on everyone to see if they have a ticket.
Yeah, they're undercover and the fines are usually kind of high or out of proportion with the ticket prices.
Yeah.
A number I always have in my mind is 60 euros, but nowadays it might be even more, like 80 or 100.
It's not worth it.
Okay, number six, and this is a little bit more of a serious one. You should never show the Nazi salute or joke about Nazis in Germany. Of course, because of the history in Germany, it's kind of a forbidden thing to do. And most of the Germans nowadays were kind of raised by this post-World War II anti-Nazi generation. If another person comes to the country and does anything Nazi related, it's so out of our minds that it's so weird that the world still thinks that. So that's quite offensive and you should never ever do that. And by the way, the same thing also applies to sing the old version of the national anthem. And I think around the world a couple of people still think that might be it. And it's the one with the Deutschland, Deutschland über alles. That is the Nazi anthem. You're not allowed to sing that anymore. The real one is Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit, blah blah blah. That's the newer national anthem and that's the only one that's supposed to be sung in Germany.
Number seven, don't gossip in English in public. Most Germans have a very decent grasp of English and they'll probably understand you. I know it's very common when people go to other countries, they tend to gossip in another language. I've heard it spoken in a different language.
Yo, that, honestly, I do that with Spanish sometimes because I took 6 years total of Spanish, so I'm not fluent, but I can definitely get some words. So when there's Spanish speakers around me in public situations, usually they're not talking about me, but I do hear them, you know, I'm like, oh, I never look their way. I just process it in my mind. I'm like, that's hilarious. But this could definitely come back to bite you. if they hear what you're saying and you're talking crap about someone. Yeah, definitely not. I know Germans are generally like pretty good at English. Like it's actually really impressive. So not gonna do that.
Languages all the time, and it's a little uncomfortable and embarrassing when other people understand you. So to avoid uncomfortable situations like that, gossip behind their back.
Number 8. You should never disrespect the German quiet hours. So every day, or rather every night, from 10 p.m. till 6 or 7 a.m. the next morning in Germany, by law, there are quiet hours. So you're not supposed to like play loud music, do construction or anything like that. Most of the country kind of abides by that rule, which means there's very little noise pollution during the night when you're trying to sleep or relax. And I think it's a kind of a nice thing. So if you do that, the Germans probably will call the police on you because they think they're in the right, and they do that and the police knocks and like, turn it down. Never ever disrespect the quiet hours. Alright, so before we continue with the video, we want to take a quick moment to remind you guys, please go and like the video. It helps us out a lot. We're still a small channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I can see that about 80% of the viewers are not subscribed. It's paid. You get a moment.
Cash-based and rely on credit card payments. In Germany, there's still a lot of things that are pretty cash-based, and sometimes your credit card will even be rejected from a stall or bakery or a vendor.
I still can't, like, I still just don't get, I mean, I understand the reasons behind it, but I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't think we should be relying on cash. Like, technology is developing so fast. Why would you want to stick with cash? That's my view. I respect, you know, I know the Germans. I get it, but it's just like, no.
So it's important to note and make sure you have cash on you. So number 10, don't expect small talk. If you're from the South and you're used to the good old Southern American small talk, that's not going to happen. And it's not trying to be rude, it's just a cultural difference. So don't expect to chat with a random stranger about the weather or something.
Number 11.
Bro, and I do love that so much. I always jump on any opportunity for small talk with a stranger. Oh, I don't know why. Why is it like that in Germany? I also heard that it's like really difficult to make friends, especially at work, like with your coworkers in Germany.
Do not expect free water anywhere.
This is stupid.
So if you're used to the American way, you go to a restaurant and the waiter comes right away with a nice bucket of cold ass water and refills you for free all evening long. That is not a thing in Germany, and you should not expect that. I think it's quite of a dumb thing, but water in German restaurants is quite expensive and most of the times even bubbly.
Sprudelwasser.
So in some places you could actually ask for tap water and potentially get it for free, but a lot of places don't even do that, and if they do, it might be a little frowned upon. But in general, you should not expect free water everywhere. Number 12. Do not enter a house with your shoes on. Okay. So all around Germany, it's pretty common to take off your shoes if you enter somebody else's house. Or at least you should ask if you should take your shoes off. And sometimes they say, no, you don't have to. But a lot of times people take their shoes off right at the entrance, leave them there, and then just walk around in your socks.
Leave your dirty shoes in the front.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious how many of the households do that. I would say the majority of the households in Germany do that thing and do not walk around with their shoes on.
This is interesting. I have a rule. It's an unspoken rule, but sometimes I have to vocalize it. There's a line back there in my room, and it's the imaginary line. You can't have your shoes on, because I try so hard to keep my room clean, and it's like, I get it. Like, I don't like the people who just walk in someone's house, walk in someone's room with their shoes on and don't even ask. It's not even a second thought to them. It's like, I feel like you're lacking a bit of respect. You know what I mean? Like, you're in someone else's area. So whenever I'm in someone else's house, usually I just follow what they do, and that works well. So it's not that difficult.
Maybe let us know in the comments below if you had to take your shoes off at your parents' house, or how you do it at the moment.
So number 13, Don't give advance birthday wishes. Even if it's a day before someone's birthday and you will not see them on their birthday, do not wish them a happy birthday.
It's not their birthday yet.
I learned that after coming to Germany.
Bro.
You are not allowed to wish them a happy birthday until on their birthday or after their birthday.
Yeah, and I was surprised to learn in the US that a lot of people do that actually.
Some people will have a party a week in advance if that just works with their schedule.
So much bad luck. Number 14 is...
You Germans, some of these things are just like pissing me off right now. So let's say I had like my best friend, I'm not going to be able to see him on his birthday, right? We have work or something. I don't know. The day before I see him, I can't be like, oh, by the way, happy birthday, bro. How's that wrong? Okay, I won't say it. I'll say, have a good night. Bye. You're not my friend. Like, what are all these societal like norms? They're not very friendly. That's what I gotta say. Compared to what I'm used to, like, why? I yes, it's not his birthday, but still, like, it's not the point. It's more so just being nice. But okay.
Kind of a very serious one.
I guess you guys are superstitious.
Never, ever expect to be dressed in a sauna on every beach. All right, this is kind of a funny one. We just wanted to throw that in there. In Germany, in a sauna, usually you are naked. You go in with a towel and then you take it off or whatever, but you are actually not allowed to wear any clothing. If you wear clothing in there, people can get the whatever security or supervisors and they'll throw you out or make you undress.
You must be naked.
Yeah, there are also parts of beaches in Germany that are especially for nakedness, nudity.
Beaches.
Yeah, nude beaches. We call it FKK, Freikörperkultur. And on these beaches, you have to be naked. It's not allowed to wear any clothes.
Like fully naked?
Yeah, fully naked.
Yeah, so I've yet to go to a nude beach or a nude sauna, but I'm open to it.
Ho ho. Should I be concerned?
Why? Just gonna be a whole bunch of older people. So number 15, don't abandon your shopping cart. I feel like in the US sometimes there'll be shopping carts spread throughout the parking lot and they'll just be like a shopping cart ghost town. In Germany, that is not the case. You need a...
I really agree with this one. I'm a big fan of this one. Some of these are like making me angry. Some of them are like, yes, that is how it should be. Because it's so different from the United States. All these are different. I feel like I'm like 50-50 throughout this video on which one I like more.
Coin to access a cart, and you also want your coin back, so you have to return the cart to get your coin back. And it's a good system, it's nice, and there's not abandoned shopping carts everywhere.
And our last point, point number 16, is in Germany, you should not jaywalk.
We ain't in New York City.
Yeah, but we're kind of in Berlin, so let's say you should not, but a lot of people still do it. Although I think the majority of the people kind of follow the rules and they do not jaywalk. You should always cross where the little traffic light is and then only when the green mannequin,
tells you.
not the red one. And it's not that hardly persecuted, but you can actually get fined if you get caught in the act jaywalking. So the police sees you, gets you, and I don't know how much it is, 5, 10, 20 euros, something like that. So you should not jaywalk in Germany. All right, so those were our 16 things that you should not do if you go to Germany. Let us know in the comments below if you can think about any other things that you shouldn't do.
All right, well, whether or not I agree with all those, that's you guys saw that, but that was interesting. Definitely learned some new things about some cultural norms and some things to avoid when in Germany. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.